What's up, guys? This is Fahrenthold back with VegasOdds.com. Another week of the college football season is fastly approaching, and this Saturday slate has a lot of games that are very enticing. But I'm going to go ahead and take us out to a matchup that I really like, a game between two AP top 25 teams and two SEC big dogs in Florida and Tennessee. This game, I know a lot of people might be looking at the spread lines. I will be actually looking at something else, and I implore others to do the same as well. I'll be taking a peek at the over-under, which is currently set at 62.5 points for this game. Now, if you're a smart bettor like me, I would say go ahead and take the over at 62.5 points. Over 62.5 is what I'm really looking at for this game. I think both of these offenses have the opportunity to excel. I'll go ahead and walk you through my thinking, what I'm seeing, what I like, and what I think they'll take advantage of both ways. So let's get started with the Tennessee Volunteers. First off, Tennessee, a very fast-moving offense. This team in 2021 averaged 3.1 plays per minute. That's huge. That means they move quick. They get up and down the field. It allows the team to maximize their ability to score points. And when you're looking at an over number, that's what you really want to see. As well, with the high volume and pace, they have really good playmakers around the field, starting with quarterback Hendon Hooker. This is a guy who's had 8 big-time throws this season already, according to PFF, and only 1 turnover play, also according to PFF, and 9.9 yards per attempt. He allows this Tennessee offense to be multifaceted. I really like when you have a solid quarterback that is complemented by other aspects of a team. Tennessee has that as well. What I like mainly about Tennessee, and it'll really be for both teams, is I really like what Tennessee does on the ground. This team in 2021 averaged 5 yards per carry, and it's only been better this season. Now, I know some people might say, well, hold on, Clark. They've been playing lower-level MAC teams thus far. That's why their yards per carry this season is already at 5.2. I understand that, but the numbers are the numbers, and I think they'll continue to have success against this Florida rush defense that, let's be honest, folks, hasn't been spectacular themselves. Florida this season against rush defense is 104th in EPA. They allow big plays, they allow chunks, and Tennessee, I think, will be able to take advantage of that. So when you combine the quarterback play and what they'll be able to do on the ground, I see Tennessee being able to put up a lot of points, especially so because they move so quickly, like I mentioned earlier. For an over to hit, both teams typically have to score quite a bit of points. You can have some rare cases, but I think this is a game where both teams will be able to put up points. Will both do so. So let's go ahead and look at the other side too in Florida. With the Gators, I wrote down it's all about the Gators on the ground, baby. Look, Anthony Richardson at quarterback. A lot of people had a lot of hype coming into this year. He hasn't quite lived up to the billing throwing the ball. 6 turnover-worthy plays this season while passing. He's only had 1 big-time throw. You'd like to see more out of him. However, for Richardson's shortcomings so far this season as a passer, he has still excelled on the ground. He averages 5.8 yards per carry. That is really big for a guy who touches the ball every play. He's a threat to, by the averages, get about 6 yards per play, and he's also a guy that everyone in the country knows has the ability to take one to the house anytime. You have that one monster in the backfield already, but you add 2 more whenever you want if you're Florida with Montrell Johnson and Trevor Etienne. Both those Florida backs are currently averaging 7 yards per carry. That's really, really good. So if you just take it as a baseline for Florida, your quarterback averages 6 yards per carry essentially, and your 2 running backs average 7 yards per carry. That's big chunk plays a lot of the time. Here's the thing, folks. This is why those 3 guys make up one of the best rushing attacks in college football. In fact, by EPA, the Florida Gators are the #1 rushing attack in the country, and they are going up against a rush defense in Tennessee that isn't particularly good. Tennessee also, like Florida's defense, struggles stopping teams on the ground. Tennessee this season is outside of the top 100 in efficiency against the rush. I don't expect it to get any better against actually the best rushing team in the country in Florida. And for this reason, this is why I like the over so much in this game. These are 2 teams that have strengths to go against big weaknesses on their opposing defense. I think Tennessee will be able to move the ball really well and at a quick pace. Florida will be the same too. I mean, this is a team, again, #1 efficiency team in the country when running the ball. It figures to be a game that sees a lot of points in my mind. I know a lot of people say, well, this is 2 SEC teams. This should be defense, defense, defense. I don't see it going that way in this game. These 2 teams should certainly combine to go over 62.5 points. I think, again, you look at Tennessee, their ability to move quickly, efficiently, and not only just on the ground, but they can throw the ball too with a strong quarterback. They should be able to put up a lot. And Florida, the 3-headed monster, essentially, between Richardson, Johnson, and Etienne. Those 3 guys basically average 6.5, 7 yards per carry. That's crazy. They're the #1 rushing attack in the country. They will put up points as well. It just makes sense. 62.5 points, I see it going over that. So go ahead, sprinkle a couple units on there, see how the chips fall. For VegasOdds.com, I'm Clark Fahrenthold. Hopefully the next time I'm talking to you guys, you got a little bit more green in that wallet.